Well, it is National Pie Day, and what better way to celebrate than with our resident baker okay, she's a meteorologist,
yeah.
But our resident WFXR baker, Kianna, is here to help us guide us through how to make, well, everyone's favorite, America's favorite, apple pie. Now, here's the thing. There are hundreds and thousands, probably, different kind of pies, from sweet to savory.
Too many for me to choose a favorite.
Right. You got meat pies, pot pies. But we're going to talk about apple pies this morning. So, Kianna has made us a delicious apple pie. Tell us about your pie and what makes this one unique.
So, I will say this one is a Dutch apple pie. That's when you have the crumble on top, not so much the lattice. Yeah. I will say right now, I'm not very good at presentation sometimes, so lattice is not my strongest suit.
Well, listen, the presentation of this looks great. Okay, so what goes into this? Because I hear that fruit pies are the easier pies to make. Now, I will say the only pie I've ever made is a sweet potato pie.
And that's a pretty good pie.
It's delicious. Great. It's delicious, but I've never made an apple pie.
Yeah, I will say with apple pies, one of the biggest things is the types of apples that you use in it. There are just so many different types of varieties and such. So good types of baking apples, that's going to be your Granny Smith. One of my favorites is Wine Saps, Pink Ladies. The Granny Smiths, that's going to be that green apple that you usually see at the grocery store. So those are great. Ones that aren't so good are your Fuji apples, Red Delicious, which I'm not a fan of Red Delicious to be completely.
Not good. Anyway,
they're not. No. So, anyway, sorry if you like Red Delicious, but I have to, beg to differ. But yeah, so making sure you get a good baking apple is the best. I actually put 3 different types of apples in this one.
Okay.
Have Granny Smith, Pink Ladies, and some Honeycrisp.
Fancy pants.
So basically, for the most part, though, it's a mixture of, you have a little bit of cinnamon and nutmeg. I kind of judge that by taste. Brown sugar is also a big part as far as what you have into your pie. I believe this has about 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar.
Okay.
A little bit of flour just to help thicken it up as well. There's no eggs in this particular recipe or anything like that. So basically, you get your pie crust. You can make your own, store-bought if you want to go the easy way. You throw your apple mixture. You kind of let it sit in that mixture of sugar, flour, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Let it sit, kind of soak in those juices, and then you pour it in. And then the topping on top is just a mixture of flour, butter, and brown sugar kind of, crumbled up together.
Okay, so your crust, though, looks pretty homemade.
Yes, it definitely is. So it's a homemade crust. It is a homemade crust, but I will admit, sometimes it's just like, I don't feel like dealing with this. It makes too much of a mess. So even going to Walmart, Food Lion, Kroger, and getting one of their pie crusts, or even getting a frozen pie crust, we're not going to judge here.
Well, don't judge, because whenever I've made a sweet potato pie, it's been with a frozen pie crust. So Mrs. Calendar, one of them, Pillsbury, they make great pie crust. So there's nothing wrong with that. After you de-string sweet potatoes anyway, I think that's.
And I think in a sense, like, these are sliced apples and everything like that, and peel. Work. It's a little bit of prep work when it comes to peeling. I peel my apples in it, so kind of after that point of like, okay, I've peeled 7 apples. Yeah, I'm done sometimes.
All right. So I want you to break into this bad boy.
Alrighty.
Now, as you see, you may be wondering, well, Kianna, what's in front of you? This other apple pie. Well, what I did here. Okay, I didn't make the pie. All right, it is a toffee apple pie for one of our local grocery stores. I thought it would just be nice to just do a little comparison.
I hope I'm going to feel real bad if this one doesn't
There's no way that yours is not going to be better. Because it's Kianna.
I'm finagling. Oh, there we go.
Oh, sorry. I'm being greedy. I'm like, here, put it on my plate.
Might have got a little bit of that crust out, but I think you got most of it.
Well, I'll go from the end, All right. In the meantime, you want to slice into that toffee apple pie?
Yeah.
Ooh, Kianna, the way you slice these apples, though, I'm impressed.
Take some time.
Time for all this.
This was a weekend project. Hopefully it's okay. I'm judging by your face right now.
It's delicious.
Hey, Kianna, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm making a mess of this pie.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Girl, just get in there. All right. This is really good.
I'm glad. Oh, there we go.
I will say, oh wait, here's more crust right here. Okay.
I'm messing up the crust a little bit on this one. I'll take a bite. So.
Well, you can't really compare. I can already tell. This doesn't look anywhere close as good as yours.
Maybe a little bit warmer.
She's like, maybe you've had some warmth to it. All right. Well,
look, I'll take any type of apple pie.
You can't. All right. Well, I'm a digging. Kara, you win, hands down, no question. All right, we'll celebrate It's National Pie Day with your favorite pie today. I will have to say, Kara always brings home the winner. All right, stick around. We'll have more Living Local after the break.